What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's going on with you? What's going on with you? Let's get into this, man. So Trump had his speech, and they say it looked like Trump. It looked like Trump is found a burn bag. Now, this is what he says, right? He found a. You guys don't know. Let me tell you what a burn bag is. When you work in government office or anything, they have what's called classified material, right? So you want to put your classified material in a burn bag, and you take the burn bag. The way you don't throw that in the trash. You have to burn that. You don't throw that in the trash. You shred it and all of that. Even that you want to burn it, and it's just a garbage bag. All it is just a garbage bag. It's nothing but a garbage bag. It's a paper bag. That's all it is. A burn bag is a paper bag, a paper sack. You put your material in there, classified material. You staple it shut, and you control it. You pass it off, and the people who get rid of it, they have to um, validate it and all that. Now, this is Trump. I don't know what they're talking about. He said they found a burn bag, which already is a violation to begin with. They said they found a burn bag. So they found information that shouldn't be put out to the world in a controlled space or in a controlled container. And it turns out all that stuff he says about the election. Now, Trump says that it's the Chinese and whoever, blah, 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 blah. We know the midterms are coming up. We know he's very, very, I don't know, having meltdowns and he's when the Supreme Court, he was happy that they redistrict and they're trying to basically they eliminated a lot of the black participation in the way the stuff was district, and they weakened the black community with that, weakened them. And they was talking about the Georgia thing, and I didn't hear him mention that, but the issue he had with Georgia, and they're saying that they're like the 14th Amendment. That is, listen, you guys, if you want to listen to these people on here, half of these people on here are criminals. Been trying to tell you that felons, they don't even vote. They just getting some YouTube money. They're feeding you guys what they want to. Them, yes, YouTube. Everything. All you gotta do is keep up with them. The way they conduct them, they're nothing but criminals. They heavy into that hip hop crowd. They're thugs. They're just like those criminals. And they come on these YouTube channels trying to talk politics, reinventing the wheel. Listen to me. Listen to me. They went after the 14th Amendment because they want your black ass out of here. It had nothing to do with no immigrants. Okay? That is the biggest Republican talking point BS. And but they bought into it, and that's fine. They bought into it. That's fine. Buy into it. Now, Trump is having a fit about the black vote. He's running around out of his mind. He did what he's doing. He's gonna do this anyhow. It's not even him, Stephen Miller, the people who work for him. They're all putting this together, and they're saying, "Okay, you lose the midterm, you can then follow around and say it was the Chinese, and we don't. It ain't valid and all that stuff." Because he know, I mean, which he's gonna be held accountable. See, that's called being held accountable. If they change, if he loses the House and the Senate, what's he so afraid of? If he's doing what he's supposed to do, you see what I'm saying? Say if he loses the House and the Senate, like he told them, he'll be impeached. Uh, 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 the Chinese dude, Vladimir, they don't have to worry about stuff like that. That's him. We have a different type of government. So he went on there and he put that speech out, and they're waiting to see evidence. Uh, I have a job. I hire someone, and then the person I hire goes into the back room and finds something, and then I present it as evidence of something that I used against you. You no longer work there. Oh, they found some papers in your old desk, and you say, okay, can I see them? Forget that. You had, you know what I'm saying? Just nonsense. Now, this R. Kelly thing, and you got to understand, it's a big world out here. People talk to people. People talk to people. It's R. Kelly's lawyers have filed officially a formal request for a pardon. Now we know Diddy wants a pardon. R. Kelly, Donald Trump, and this is what I put on there. See, Donald Trump, he's not your traditional president. If you would ask me, would a president do that? I'd say because of what he's convicted, no, they're not going to let him out. But we saw Trump with January 6th. A lot of those people Trump let out that he pardoned, they had all types of criminal history, just like R. Kelly. A bunch of those dudes that they just released, they had all types of essays and all types of criminal history. Trump pardoned those people. A lot of those people have been rearrested doing the same thing that they were found guilty for. They went back into the communities and they violated innocent people. But Trump let them go. Trump let him go. So you can't say, "Oh, that's absurd. He ain't gonna let out no Kelly and no Diddy." Well, I'd be careful with that. I'd be careful. And you could say pandering for votes. Why not? I mean, he's pandering for the black community. He's pandering for their votes. And guess what you don't understand? If he did that as much as you or it's gonna be worldwide. If he pardons R. Kelly and a Diddy, the whole world community is going to understand it. But let me tell you how that's going to factor in. Let's just go with the assumption you, a decent, tax-paying, God-loving, law-abiding citizen, you can't agree with that. But it's a lot of people in the community, especially in the ghetto, especially the thugs. They love stuff like that. Man, Trump, man, you don't know. Let me tell you something. I can go in the barbershops and hear them say, "Man, Trump, man, see what I'm talking about, man? See Obama, man, he would never, see, Obama would never let nobody, Obama wouldn't let nobody like R. Kelly, man, cause R. Kelly's my nigga, man. Trump let him see it. I like Trump. Man, I ain't never voted for nobody. I'm going to vote for Trump." You're playing with fire, man. You can't underestimate Trump. He'll probably go after. Hey, hey, I'm not Trump. If there's any criticism, you criticize the man who pardoned these men. I'm just simply laying it out there. And there's a significant amount of black voters who feel the system doesn't represent them. And they've had family members in and out of prison, and they may have criminal histories. and they feel the system don't represent them. They don't look at a Kamala Harris or a Joe Biden or Barack Obama. They don't identify with them. They're the elitist. Oh, you talking about uh, them black folks that's bougie. I don't like them. You ever been to this little place right here? I don't go there. Why? Them black folks bougie. I don't like them. So don't sleep on this, man. Don't think, I don't know what he gonna do. Now you tell me what president, when you say something like that, don't know. We know traditionally in the past, they don't pardon people who do any type of, you more likely to be pardoned for something financial, or you old. You 83, you've been in jail for 60 years, you already terminal, you in a wheelchair, they wheel you out. You was some old racist governor and you did something. They don't normally pardon you like that. When you young like that, or you like for and the things that they were went to court for, how about that? The things that Diddy and Kelly, and there's others. There are others out there. They don't normally pardon you for that, but I wouldn't put this past Trump. We saw that with January 6th. For every clown, for every idiot who tells you he would never do it, bring up January 6th and talk about the men. Just right there, there's men that were pardoned who have all types of histories, just like R. Kelly, just like Diddy. Worse than Diddy. Way worse than Diddy. Man, you got to be joking, man. You got to be joking. Diddy's in there for what? Trafficking. Men. Not even women. I don't even they didn't find him guilty of trafficking women. It was the men, the male escorts. The guys for January 6th, they did all types of criminal stuff. Go and look them up. Trump let them go. Trump pardoned all of them. Trump pardoned all of them. So when you say he ain't gonna pardon Kelly, well, when his advisors talk about the pandering, you need to get these black votes up. What are you doing for the black community? You can get these Democrats, you can pander. This is a good opportunity to pander. Man, he might. He might pander. He might. This is some Breakfast Club. This is a black community. This is some barbershop. The church parking lot, not as much. Not so much. The church parking lot and influence with the people going to church, the people who care about their children, not so much. But the thugs, the thuggers, the thug balls, the thuggers, the hardcore thuggers, we thugging crowd. Shoot up the club crowd. Oh, yeah, it'll matter to them. Did something, they go, oh, yeah, man. They'll come up to me. See, I told you, man. You run around here talking about Trump. Man, Trump a real one. I like Trump. See, that's what I'm saying. So I already know. Already know. So don't discount it. Don't discount it. But if you have an issue with it, hold Trump accountable. Okay? Blame Trump. Blame Trump. And don't play with Trump, man. You got to stop thinking you can figure him out. That's just what he is. And if you want to be honest, well, now I ain't gonna get into it. That's a whole different story right there. So I was gonna say, well, he like R. Kelly. See, you know what? I'm gonna block you. See, that's what I'm talking about. They're gonna put that in there. He just like R. Kelly. You see what I'm saying? He's elected though. He is president. He is in office. He is in office. So his team has reached out His team is reached out and they're trying to get a pardon. And they're going to get his stuff. They're weighing it. It's pending. Trump administration is going to take a look at this. They're going to sit back and say, we can get some black votes if we do this. Black community is not really voting for us anyhow. And the people who don't vote for us, those are the ones who wouldn't like this. But the ones who support us and the ones who already feel locked out of the system, we can win new voters. We can get us a wave of new voters coming in who identify with me, identify with you, Trump. Feel like the system overlooked them. They love R. Kelly. They love Diddy. They love these fallen thug rappers and thugs because they come from their family were like that. That's a part of their family. Those are the people who raised them. Those are the people they lived with. And the way they look at it is he's one of us. So and Trump, he knows that Trump to a certain degree with the January 6th crowd, he said, no, they came out. I value loyalty. And you talking about some stuff the man got a history of doing in the past. He was loyal. They were loyal to me, so I'm gonna pardon him. He could look at R. Kelly, if I can get him out here, or if I can get his people out here campaigning for me, going into the black community, campaigning for me, that'll be votes for me. That'll be votes for me. And you're going to have the upper crust, what they say, the divine nine. Well, see, I don't know if you got all them, but anyhow, you're going to have a certain segment. I agree. Your Obama, Michelle Obama, that affluent class of black people, no, they're not going to support that. They're not going to say you should pardon a man with that type of past. But when you start talking about them street people, you know who I'm talking about. You see them, the rappers. You know who I'm talking about. When you see him on the Instagram, what about Bootsy? What do you think he trying to get his own pardon? You see what I'm saying? What do you think? He got Bootsy out here trying to get his own pardon. He trying to get one. Yeah, that crowd right there, they'll fall in love with Trump if he do this. And I'm telling you, man, if I was his campaign manager, I said we could get some new voters behind this. So people who don't vote, period. They don't vote for any party. You can motivate them to go register, show up to the polls, and vote for you. And he said, what about the MAGA? He said the MAGA crowd look at black people like R. Kelly. They look at him as all of them like that anyhow. So it's not going to affect us anyway. He said the ones they don't like is them Obama types. Yeah, MAGA don't like them Obama. Them are sophisticated, upper crust, take care, they family, church going black. MAGA don't like them. The thugs, the lowlifes, MAGA don't have a problem with them because they look at all of them like that anyhow. And Trump's gonna rub his chin. I think I'm gonna think about this. Look at Kimmy. Now here we go. Kimmy. See, this is what the problem is on YouTube. Kimmy, I didn't say free him. You show me where I said free R. Kelly. See, that's what the problem is, Kimmy. Why do people want this man free? You have to listen, Kimmy. It's politics. There's a lot of moving parts. It's a pardon of R. Kelly would be a political move, like he did with January 6th. He's already set a precedent that you can have that type of history and get pardoned. The danger of what you are interpreting that some kind of way men Let's just be for real. Men collectively are saying it. That's not true. Black men on no large scale is saying no free. This is about, and you know Obama wouldn't have done it if you call him. I don't know that he's not black no more. But anyhow, um, this is our. I mean, this is Donald Trump. Donald Trump's a white man, so you should pose why to him. Why? That's what I'm saying. Look at that. See, this is the problem, though, Kimmy. This is look once again. Yeah, I see what you're saying. I don't think he should have pardoned them Jan 6 people either. But see, Kimmy, this is the problem. It doesn't matter what you think. He's president. It matters what he thinks. So you have to look at it like that. It don't matter what I think. It matters what Trump thinks. And if Trump thinks he can get some votes, if Trump thinks he can get some type of influence, if Trump thinks he can move the needle, look more in his favor. Man, if you asking me that, would he do it? Yeah, I would say he'd do it. I'd say he'd do it. What in the man? Anyhow, I would say Trump would do it. You rambling and kissing ass. How? How? How am I doing that? I'm simply posing you up. Well, guess what? R. Kelly filed. R. Kelly said he'd like to be pardoned. We know Diddy. He already talked about Diddy. Diddy people gonna put in a part. Diddy's worth what? Even with his losses, Diddy's still up there. He's millions. Man, Diddy got more money than me right now. Diddy in jail. Diddy in the jailhouse. I'll never see no money like no Puff Daddy right now. After all of this stuff, that man coming home to a fortune, absolute fortune. They're gonna come in and petition Trump, and we'll see how it goes, man. We'll see how it goes. I I think he's got a shot, man. I think he's yeah. If it would have been Kamala Harris, there's no way R. Kelly would have got a presidential pardon. But with Donald Trump, I think he's got a shot. I think he's got a shot. Now we don't know this. I don't know this. You don't know this. Nobody knows this. But there's all types of rumors that if you got the bread, you got that cake, you got that bread, that fitty. You showing up with a bag of fitty. I ain't talking about no bag. You showing up, you know what I'm saying? You go out here and you buy you about $2 million worth of Trump coins, which is illegal and laundering. That Trump will pop that pardon. That's what now I don't. That's what they say. I don't know that. Uh, I don't know about Kelly. Now hold up. Kelly ain't got. I don't think Kelly got no money. I don't think Kelly even got bread like that. Let me back up on that. Let me back up on that. Let me get this out of here. And the black community though, is there criticism, or could you? Or is it fair criticism to say he wouldn't do it if he thought you guys wouldn't vote for him, but he would do it because he knows some of you would vote for him. Now, see, that's what people just they don't want to deal with that. You don't want to deal with that. You don't see. That's what I'm saying. Because I done been in them barbershops, brother. I done been. I know what I know how they think, and I am telling you, he would get votes if he did. You can disagree with the what? See, Bootsy's looking for a pardon. Bootsy's out here looking for a pardon. He would get votes. A lot of people didn't identify with Obama. A lot of people. He's uppity. I don't like guy like that. Trump, as much as Trump, I disagree. Well, Trump has people in his administration I think is asking him to do things that I think are detrimental. But a lot of people, a lot of street dudes, if you're a street dude, you're gonna identify with Trump. You're gonna thug it out. You're gonna thug it out. You're gonna tell the people in their face, man, I had to thug it out. When I was going through it, man, the people turned their back on me, man. I had to thug it out. I came up. I came up. So a lot of them identify with a dude like Trump. Even though Trump ain't never thugged it up. I mean, Trump was scared to go to the military. But for some reason, people they identify with Trump and they think that Trump is somebody who done been through something. You know, the dude that right now he's under fire, Big Meech. Big Meech thugged it up. That man did that time. And he got that bread. Big Meech, and he got that bread back then. I don't agree with that. I don't think that was inappropriate, but he made his money. He made a lot of money. And he got locked down or whatever. But now Trump ain't thugged it up. But I don't know a lot of people who had to go through it. They think they identify with Trump and they're going to get a lot. They're going to get a lot of support. Trump's going to get a lot of support from them. And he's going to make the Breakfast Club. Let me tell you something. If Trump lets R. Kelly, oh no, forget that. He pardons R. Kelly. He's going to show the world the hypocrisy of the black community because a lot of those dudes, your Breakfast Clubs, your BETs, they be promoting criminal activity all the time. Now all of a sudden you don't want what Trump did. He let a black man out. Now you got a problem with that? So that's what I'm saying. His advisors are going to sit down and talk to him, man. Be careful before you say no. He'll get on Al Sharpton. We know about the case where he'll get on Al Sharpton and say, Al Sharpton, you're a criminal. I let him out. Look, you was working with the FBI. You was doing things. You changed. You a reverend. You supposed to give people a second chance. But who's to say that, these people would have a problem with that? Allegedly, let me put that on there. Allegedly, I don't know what Al Sharpton is. But at the end of the day, man, be careful. Do I think he's going to do it on that? I don't know. I don't know he's going to do it. Do I think he will do it or how about would do it? Yes, I think he would do it. I think he would do it. When he goes in front of his campaign managers and his advisors and they go over demographics and they're going to be, it's not going to be just no R. Kelly and no P. Diddy. It's going to be a bunch of people presented in front of him, more people that you think we can pardon and it would benefit us. It's going to be a bunch of people. And it is a possibility that he'll do it. And it's going to be low-key pandering for the black vote. Low-key, he's pandering for the black vote. And he's going to get a bunch of black people who are going to support that. Because a lot of black people want to see Kelly get out. They feel like Kelly got a raw deal. They feel like R. Kelly got a raw deal, man. Like the stream, man. like the string. They feel like Diddy got a raw deal, and that's up to Trump. That's ultimately up to him. But we saw Trump free Kodak Black. He in uh uh what ASAP Rocky. He freed one of the Ball brothers. Uh, he's reached out when it comes to that. He's intervened. He let uh Jack Johnson. Didn't he change his he pardoned him or something like that? He did a lot. He's done things like that. He said if he pardons Diddy, we will impeach. Well, if you win the House, he's probably I mean, that'll happen anyhow. If Democrats win the House and the Senate, he'll be impeached. He will be impeached. Like the stream, man. Support the platform. Kodak Black, Jack Johnson. There you go. There you go. So don't sleep on it, man. Before don't sleep on it. This particular president is unpredictable. Young boy, there you go. Thank you, baby. NBA young boy. He let the young boy out. He let the young boy out. He see how influential NBA young boy is with young people, not just black people, young people. See, Trump did it from an internet standpoint. That's smart. Look, I don't think young boys should be out. I've been looking at young boys social his social media stuff. He did already do going in and but Trump don't care. But Trump know that when he do them shows, he can get him some voters. He knows that. He knows that. So yeah, uh, um, never say never, man, and don't sleep on this. Now I do know the money thing. I don't know. I don't think Kales got bread like that. I don't think he got bread like that. I don't. And to be honest with you, I don't even know if he knows R. Like that. R. Kelly, uh, Donald Trump is a rhythm. He's a what's that? Who is that? Snap. He's a rhythm is a dancer. That house music. The Trump only gets his black is house music. He don't get really into the weeds of the hip hop. You'll never see him at a Mob Deep. What's the a DMX concert? Yeah, Donald Trump, he ain't gonna pull up to no DMX concert, but he'll go to a house concert, house music. He'll do a little house. What's up with you, man? Unmute your mic.
Yo, what's up?
What's up with you? You ran off, man. A guy was looking for you yesterday.
Oh yeah, I was in a bad spot, and I had that
Mm.
much time. I had to go across the street, all a bunch of crazy studies. I had to, stay
You had to
focused. But I had
pick up a Uber. You had to pick up a Uber rider.
no, I parked my car in the parking now where I live at. I got to cross
Oh
the
no,
street.
we understand. You had to pick up. You had to drop somebody out. Do your thing, bro.
My car not even new enough to. Well, but not my cars ain't even new enough to. I thought you had to be like a certain late year car to drive a Uber, like a
You tell
like.
me. You
I
tell
don't
me.
know.
Why you tried to get on down there?
No, you said Uber, like I worked there. I don't know. That's what I said. I thought you had to have new. Oh, I see new cars doing Uber. People be driving Benzes and Teslas, Range Rovers, all type of nice cars.
Man,
Uber.
that's what people put Uber. Oh, you could. I don't know how late, but you don't have to have no new one.
Yeah,
A
all the
dude,
cars I seen.
I used Uber. Dude was in it. It killed me. It killed me because the dude was in a Cadillac, and I said, "Man, whoa, you no, it wasn't no new Cadillac. It was like a oh man, that thing must have been a ooh, what was that? What's this? This 2026? That man showed up with like a 2012, no, like a 2010 Cadillac.
Yeah,
And
I never see cars that old. They got the new
yeah,
Camrys,
it
them
was
twenty.
something like that. Well, anyhow, because I'm like, man, you can't. These cars not even made for that, and you driving it for this. But I mean, you need bread, man. You need if you need the money, you need the money.
Yeah, they was doing rentals too. You could like rent a car, like go in a car lot, tell them I want this car for Uber. I didn't. I think
Mm,
they stopped doing that during the pandemic though. You get like a brand
hmm
new car.
Is that how you was doing? You was renting your car and doing you some Uber. That's money.
No, I never had Uber. I never did Uber before.
No, you rent the car.
No, you
You, you,
finance the car like it's yours, but you're doing it for Uber, and they just take the money out of it while you
mm,
drive. That's how they
mm.
was doing it. Running. Yeah, I remember that. Somebody tried to say, "Damn, these some nice cars you be driving." Me, I started a conversation. Yeah, I went to the car lot, tell them I'm getting the car for work purposes, and we do it Uber like a contract. This is like pandemic 2019, 2020. Like, wow, I know you can do all that because I know those all the cars be like newer cars, but I don't know if they do that now. People don't talk about it no more. So I don't know.
I had a dude, a brother. That brother must have been about 60 years old. That dude pulled up in a brand new, fresh off the lot
Yeah,
Escalade.
yeah,
He got out. He had on his suit. He had on his gaiters,
yeah.
and
He do that black tie, that black car Uber, or them truck rides be like a
no,
hundred
no, no, no,
dollars and
no.
all that.
This was Uber Eats. Okay, so
Oh,
hold up before you. He came to the door. He was in a suit. He looked like a pastor. Well, he didn't look like he was dressed like he was going to the club, but he was in a suit, clean. And that man bought me my food, and I said, "Whoa!" He looked at me. He said, "What?" I said, "Bro, you doing Uber?" He said, "Yeah, I'm doing Uber." And he walked to his car. I never seen that dude again. That dude trying to pick up women, man.
yeah, you can do both. You can do the Uber Eats and you can do the regular. You can switch over on the apps. I think they can do both.
Okay, but he was trying to pick women up.
Oh, okay,
That
that's
man
a
wasn't
good.
trying to drop no Uber. That man dressed up like that in
Yeah,
a fresh Escalade.
yeah, he probably doing because them. That's what I said. I'm black. He can do Uber Eats in the daytime, at night. Find him a nice little event, little wedding reception or something. And rides $100 a piece. Do three, four of them. Shit, you got a good night.
He you- look, bro, dressed like that. That dude, he um, knocked on my door, and I'm a man. He gave me my order, but he ain't trying to do no orders. He put on it. He went on his app too, and
Uh,
kicked me out and said, "I don't want to bring nothing to him. I'm looking for these women." That man wasn't trying to drop no. I ain't never seen that man since. And normally when it's like that, and also I wasn't born yesterday. You think look, man? That man wasn't that a man who dressed like that in a car like that car go for like 90,000. Who needs to drive a car with $90,000 vehicle to deliver somebody some $24 chicken,
that's true.
a chicken box? Come on, man,
Yeah, I don't know, but
brother, man. I'm like, well, that's his game though.
yeah.
Hey, hey, what do you think he do? He gonna think he gonna let Kale go?
If they do, they gonna wait till after the midterms when he ain't got nothing else to lose, and then I think he gonna go crazy and let people out after November, the election, because he gonna have 2 years left and he ain't got nothing to lose. He might at least I think he gonna get one of them. He might get one of them out, but I don't know if it's gonna be both. Dilly ain't got nothing but 2 years or something like 3 years, right? Diddy will be out the beginning of
I think he got
2028.
another two. Yeah, okay, but would you do your time or would you take a presidential pardon?
Oh yeah, take a pardon. But
Okay,
Kelly
yeah.
got 20. Kelly got like 20, right? 19, something. He up there.
He got some time, bro. 31. He was. They say he got to do 31 years,
Yeah, he
and
not
I don't know how long he been in.
about 5 or 6, I think. I remember watching a documentary on Netflix, and then he got locked up like 6 months after that. But Yeah, this time, I mean, I remember that thing back in the day with the young girls. You know, that was a crime. He got off on that one. But this time, yeah, he did get railroaded. They used the sisterhood to get him this time. Ain't nobody white involved with this one.
Very controversial, conspiratorial guy. You know that
For
the
me,
man had a court trial.
uh
It
huh.
didn't go the way you thought it should go. But we don't. You don't just say things like that.
But I'm saying though, what they got him on, same thing, almost like Diddy got all that prostitution and racketeering. He couldn't say nobody was underage because all the women was of age. So that's what they got him on the same thing: sex trafficking,
Yeah,
prostitution.
don't say that up here, man.
Oh, my bad. Well, you
You
know,
know what, bro? You just be. I don't understand you, man.
he got the same charges, but
He had a trial, man,
mhm.
and appeal. Now he's applying for a pardon. Um um there's absolutely nothing wrong with you saying he's not guilty and he got a raw deal doing his trial, but don't configure it that way.
All
You
that
know,
time, that's too much time he got.
there you go. That's nothing wrong with you saying, man, it's way too much time.
He should have got 5 to 10, be out in 4 to 6 or something. He should have been out by now. Yeah, too much.
Well, uh I don't know. I don't know, man. I didn't keep up with the trial. I saw it.
Yeah,
I saw the interview with Gail King
yeah.
where I saw that interview. And Chris Brown, even to this day, every time Chris Brown gets any type of uh, positive press or somebody wants to do something with Chris Brown, they bring up the Rihanna thing. And I see Rihanna and Chris, I saw them hugging on some runway somewhere. So she's forgiven him and she's moved on. And there's always going to be a group of people who want to use that against. Uh,
Only the sisterhood. The only everybody else done passed that, but that's why he ain't did the Super Bowl yet, because that'll be a backlash.
he could do the. Okay, well, you're talking about um, equity and clout uh, in the sense of business. Jay Z is bigger than the protesters against Chris Brown, and Chris Brown is worldwide.
Yeah,
And if Jay Z was smart, if he was smart, he'd bring out a Chris Brown.
that'll be the
Probably I
biggest
would
one
say
ever.
with somebody else. I say you got to add a little something else to it, and yeah. And I mean, it's just a halftime show. And let me say this: I don't really want to listen to Chris Brown doing a halftime show.
Shit, that'll be the
I'm
biggest
worried
one.
about, man. I'm worried about my money, man. I got these football teams need to make me some money. I ain't thinking about no damn Chris Brown.
He'll be
Hey,
up there with
man,
Mike.
that's the thing about it. It really is. I've been to parties and stuff, man. You don't want nobody that's singing like soft and R&B stuff at a Super Bowl. And this thing last year was not for me. But what I'm saying, the Kendrick Lamar thing was cool, man. The middle of the game, I like that. Little hip hop, little fun. I
Mm-hmm.
like that. But no, I don't want to. I don't like nobody singing no slow songs, man, at no Super Bowl.
No, Chris Brown got some little club bangers now. He got the
You know what? He could bring in.
he can bring in everybody. He done did songs
No,
with
no, no, no.
everybody.
Yeah, you're right. He could turn if Jay Z, what Jay Z could do,
Busta Rhymes.
Jay Z could bring in Chris Brown, and he could bring in Haggard, Little Wayne,
Nah.
and then that way he brought Wayne out there. Wayne was on because Brown got songs with he got a song with Wayne on.
Yeah, he got everybody. Chris Brown. I
Okay.
mean, like I said, Rick Ross. He got Busta Rhymes. That one with Busta Rhymes was real big. He got songs with Rihanna and everybody. He got Chris songs with every artist. Chris Brown done did songs with, except probably I don't think Beyonce. I don't think or Jay Z. But other than that, he got everybody.
Okay, well, there
Usher.
his past haunts him, Chris Brown. Um this R. Kelly thing. R. Kelly went right before about 2 years before he got locked up. He was riding around on a school. I mean, he's riding around on a tour bus.
Hmm.
Um, he wasn't selling out.
Oh, he was selling out like
Everywhere he would go. it was nothing but. You say sisterhood did it, but everywhere he would go was nothing but black women.
Yeah, I
Nothing
mean,
but.
you got two sides of that. You got the, like you said, the little hood chicks, the low, even back in the day. I remember they didn't care about none of that. But yeah, his concerts are like 80% sisterhood. You know, damn near 80-90%. They don't give a damn. Them working chicks and them hood chicks together. They love some kills. But then you got the ones that be on them news channels and the misandrous and all that. They're the ones who can like pull the strings and get everybody to watch them damn documentaries. See, you got two sides of the coin.
But they don't like Trump now.
Yeah. So.
All of that group of people, the feminists, the like you say, the ones who man haters,
Hmm.
they don't like Trump. So what he does with R. Kelly is irrelevant because they're not going to like him no matter what.
Shit. Farrakhan had Kelly at the house singing "I Believe I Can Fly." So
But
he
the
got the
nation of
whole.
the nation of Islam doesn't really represent a lot of blacks.
Exactly. But I'm just saying, though, Farrakhan is a big figure, though. But
Not really.
yes, he is.
Not really.
Yeah, Farrakhan is a big
He's
figure.
an
But
influential guy, and
yeah,
he's
that's what
also
I'm saying.
he's like on the back ends. He's a behind the scenes guy.
Yeah, but Farrakhan done sat down with world leaders, and he got there's good people actually his friends. But I'm just saying stuff like that. See, Kels has so much talent. They rather to put that to the side.
If he's so influential, how come Kels is in jail?
That don't have nothing to do with the trial. Farrakhan can't get him out.
Well, you just said that
Go
he's
ahead.
influential, so
Yes.
and a significant amount of black women are tremendous fans of Kelly.
Okay.
Yet Kelly's in jail. So if Trump frees him, the people who don't like R. Kelly don't like Trump. So it's them people don't matter because they don't. He's not. They're not. He's not going to lose a voter freeing the R. Kelly. He ain't going to lose for not those people. Not from that crowd.
Yeah, but you just asked me. You just said out of your mouth if Farrakhan is so influential. He don't have nothing to do with the man getting indicted and going to trial. Though Farrakhan ain't on the tree. He not no judge and he not no jury person. That don't matter.
You said he met with Farrakhan, and I'm telling you that on the world stage, he's not that big a deal in the sense that you met with Farrakhan. Cool, you like the Nation of Islam,
I
but
said, kid,
why
that's
did okay? Why did Obama hide the picture of him?
hold on. Stop. Go back to
Why did Obama hide the photo of him and Farrakhan?
okay. Let's go back to the R. Kelly and Farrakhan.
No, 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 no.
Farrakhan is the leader of Nation of Islam.
Why did Obama,
I don't know. I don't
Barack
know.
Obama in Chicago has a photo with Farrakhan? It did not come out till
Yeah,
Obama was out of office. Why did it?
I
Why
don't
did
know.
they hide the photo? What
I
you?
do not know.
No,
He
no.
was
That's
trying.
what I'm saying.
He
You
hide
can't.
the Jeremiah right too, but we seen him in church with the man. I don't know. It's politics. You got to clean up your image. I don't know. I don't know, man. That's all I can say.
Oh, you know what? Look at what they just said. Don't give a rapist a pardon. This the thing. People in the chat, we blocked him. A guy was in the chat saying he just like him. That's what they said.
Yeah. All
They
right.
said Trump. Why not? Trump looking at R. Kelly. He gonna say the Epstein files. Trump, right?
Yeah. So they
Right.
right.
Epstein files, accusations that Trump's in the Epstein files. Accusations is Jeffrey Jeremy Epstein, that the dead guy that was his best friend. January 6th, where people who had convictions were pardoned of the same offense. Why do you think it's so out of that he wouldn't do that for R. Kelly? And then on top of that, he's pandering to blacks. So he would get votes for that.
Yeah.
He
But
would get votes for that. Whether you like it or not, he's going to get black votes if he pardons R. Kelly.
yeah, like I said, it's too late in the day for that. Um. Uh. He gonna get a little bit, but it's not gonna be a little significant because uh like I said, he kind of got some camaraderie with them guys. He done been criminally convicted of stuff, or that had a bunch of 100 charges on him. He convicted felon, so he might not. I don't know, but if he do, it'll probably be after the midterms. That's all I say from the beginning. But he gonna get one of them
Well,
though. He
I don't
gonna.
think. I think it's less likely to happen after the midterm. I think he would need it before the midterms so that he could get some people more votes for on his Republican, the MAGA side.
Because they do feel like R. Kelly was wrongfully convicted.
Yeah,
Puff too.
I can go to the barbershop right now. Here,
Yeah.
every barber, every customer, I can sit in that barbershop for 3 hours, and every person that comes to that shop
Hmm.
with 1,000,000,000,000,000% support Donald Trump over Obama. They do not identify uh, as a black man with the way Obama lives his life, but they 100% as a black man identifies with Trump.
Yeah, because a lot of black people felt offended how Obama. Because I used to see black people talk about that on the news. Oh, when he got there, we thought something. I mean, give something or some type of, but he cared more about LGBTQ and immigration than the people who had massive historical turnout for him. It's politically ignore black people, so that's why a lot of people turn on him
And that
after that.
would be votes. That would be people. Listen, you got a lot of voters in the black community. They don't vote. They don't
Yeah,
vote for the Democrat or the Republican.
exactly. They just
If
they,
if Trump was to pardon R. Kells, you could then convince them to become voters and go in there and vote for the Republicans and vote for Trump. As bizarre land, I know Law and Order, as insane as it sounds, that would happen.
yeah.
That would happen, man, right there in front of you. You see Trump get a slither of new voters because of that. And really, if he did Diddy, because forget Kelly, Diddy really has a larger following in the sense, a larger group of people who can be influenced to swing their votes back to a Trump. And would he be pandering? Yep. But where show me where it says you can't pander. You can pander for votes.
I think despite the abuse claims, would I think Kelly is a little bit bigger because outside of that, he don't have a reputation for being a scumbag like Diddy. So a lot of people happy Diddy finally got what's coming to him because going
Okay.
back to the '90s, they kind of feel like they done got people unalived and set up and done robbed all the artists and everybody dead or everybody out of here because of him. But Kelly don't really have that
Who
that that come.
if you had to do 5 years
Uh huh.
and you went to prison and they said, well, you got a new cellmate, who would you rather, just you and that person gonna be in there, and they say you got a choice. We're gonna ask you first. We got Sean Puffy Combs, and over here we got R. Kelly. Who would you say you'd rather do that time with?
I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, man, I hate to say it. Well, let me stay out of it because I know
No,
what
go ahead.
happened.
what
I don't
what
know.
you say
I
about
don't
to
know
say
either. I'm like
Nah,
you,
give
bro.
your answer. We want
he
I'm
about
like
to
you
say
come on,
too.
man.
he
I,
about to say
I'm like you. I don't know.
Platinum
I'm gonna
about
let
to
the
jump all the way out the window. Go ahead,
I'm gonna
Platinum.
let the jailhouse.
yeah.
I'm gonna let the jailhouse.
Figure it out.
Yeah,
he
Oh
about to say
man,
he about to say Kales, that's why.
you can't win with that one.
you
Oh
can't,
man, yeah,
man.
you can't,
It's
yeah.
a lose lose
Yeah.
regardless, man. I mean, if I'll answer the question. I mean, just out of recency, I would go with Diddy. Just out of the fact that it's everything happening with him is more recent to me, at least, right? So man, what made you want to do that, or how was it, or when did you get started, and who drove you in that direction? Questions like that. But I think for what you were saying, Platt, as far as like pandering,
Mhm.
yeah, I think it definitely makes sense for the the president, current administration to pander, to black voters, and it works on on some level, right? They may not get the a bigger turnout than they've had in previous midterms or presidential votes, but it's enough to make a dent. So that's all they want to do. They just want to make a dent, and if you could, make some small percentage of a dent, that's that sways votes in your way, then that's what they're gonna do. But I think it'd be more beneficial for him to look at a pardon towards Diddy, because R. Kelly stuff been so long ago. Things start to lose steam the further and further you get away from.
If he
Exactly.
pardoned, but if he pardoned Kelly, he would chop into some of this black female vote, because what they were 95% for the Democratic Party. He would chop into it. Say he gets 2%. What's it's voting? That's 2% is better than he'd have 7% now. He go from the 5 to a 7. Whatever he was not getting, he would add to what he's not getting.
Yeah.
And look, from what I seen when I would go, and this is before he got convicted, obviously, when he would come out and do a show, he brought a lot of women out there, man.
Who, Diddy or Kels?
Kelly,
Kelly.
R. Kelly.
Yeah, I think he'll do better getting Kelly off, because I think more women will gravitate towards this, the entertainment and singing, but they gonna look at Diddy like a scumbag, like a woman beater. So that stuff's so old, and that didn't affect Kel's career at all. You look at it in hindsight, he got bigger after the little thing back in 2003. All his albums going platinum on the first week, and he didn't really skip a beat. And 20 years passed, 15, 20 years passed by, this pop up all of a sudden. Why y'all didn't get him the first time? So that's what people gonna be. They feel like Kells is more wrongly sentenced and convicted than Diddy. People look like Diddy. Yeah, that's all he got. He lucky he got for that little 3 4 years. He's supposed to get 20. So because he done caused a lot of too many problems, and he done did too many people wrong. It caused many people to get unalive. That's how they look at Diddy. So
But it would
he,
be
it would be more beneficial
it,
to get him Kells out than Diddy.
I don't know, man, because
Yeah,
I look at it, different. I mean, that's
yeah,
why I say, this all hypothetical, right? We just
yeah.
speaking, just talk, just have conversation. But I look at, again, the recency bias, man. You got Diddy kids out here, they still being photographed and having their pictures taken, and they living their lives. These girls going to college, and the son is getting back into the music and things like that. To me, it's more recent. Like, people gravitate to what's recent. Like, if I got to go back and research, or this, and okay, so R. Kelly did what exactly, and this and that, but all the Diddy stuff is like it's still right in front of your face where you can see it. And I think people, just off a namesake, will be like, well, R. Kelly, yeah, R. Kelly big, but nah, man, what they did to Diddy, that's cold blooded. Like Platt said, you walk in a barbershop right now, and it'll be a barbershop full of black dudes. Man, they shouldn't have did that to Diddy, man. Like,
It,
mhm.
come on, man. Blah blah blah. And most of them dudes probably can't vote. Let's keep it real. Most
yeah.
of them probably can't vote or not willing to vote. But
Mhm.
that recency bias of media circulation, that's a powerful thing, man. People seeing it all the time. You haven't really heard anything about R. Kelly outside of what just happened now. And hopefully he didn't get hoodwinked like Boosie did, giving them people
600,000 or
600,000,
something. Yeah.
to bring up your name, and they like, yeah, we brought your name up, but nothing happened. That's it.
Yeah, see, Boozy paid see, that's what he paid them lobbyists that money,
Mm-hmm.
and they got so many different organizations across America. So whoever put the most money up to get their situations put in front of that desk, that's who he look at it, he check it
They,
off, exit out, and next on to
they
the next. Yeah.
they
So
saw they saw Bootsy, and whether we like it or not, and I don't, if it's true. I mean, if we just go with that, he's telling the truth. Bootsy don't know that whole Trump, whatever that whole family, Bootsy got played in the same way a rapper. Say me, Platinum. I'm Platinum the rapper. I got a nice song. I want to get a feature. I don't care who the artist is, right? And I go trying to get a feature, and they say, okay, this guy. He said, yeah, I DJ for him sometimes. Say, man, I want to get a feature. He said, hold up for a minute, hold up for a minute. He said, well, how much money, man? It's gonna cost. He already told me we need about $25,000. Well, I probably can have the money, and yeah, I'm gonna take it to him too, man. Yeah, you know, let me he go on the phone, man. You know, give me the money. When you give me the money, we gonna set it up, okay? So I show up a month later. I got the money, and then I ain't, the phone down. Okay, man. Okay, I'm gonna take this to him. I ain't got no receipt or nothing, man. You trying to get a receipt from me, man? Yeah, yeah. I got you, man. And then you never hear from them people no more. And then
Yeah.
you finally contact the artist. The artist gonna say, I don't know what you talking about, man. Ain't nobody saying nothing to me about no money. I don't want your money, but basically you got beat. You gave the money to somebody who didn't follow through with it. And that's what happened. You can look at Boots, because I'm saying Trump them, they don't really play like that.
Yeah, that's a
If you
scam. What you talking about?
if you can get to Trump them, Trump 'em. I don't know. See, that's illegal anyhow. But I'm saying what to do what they say Trump's doing.
Yeah.
But we know that Trump people with Don Jr. We know if you talking to Don Jr., he gonna say what he gonna do. He ain't gonna keep your money. Not like that's what I'm saying. When Boosie named them other people, I said, man, Boosie didn't. Whatever he did, he didn't give it to the right dudes.
Yeah, and another thing too, you think about like what Kanye was in there, Larry Hoover. That was Kanye and Kim Kardashian. They've been trying to get Larry Hoover out for he been in the jail down them 40 years. So that was Kanye. Kanye went straight directly to Trump because they had like a real relationship. That's how
Mhm.
Larry Hoover got his pardon. And then Boozy free. So why are you
Larry
asking for a
Hoover,
pardon?
Hoover
Huh?
out.
No, he got a pardon. He got he got all this stuff overturned, but he's still in prison for the state stuff. And that was strictly, I think that was
Okay.
Kanye, Jay Prince, and Kim
Well,
Kardashian with
well,
that.
but I'm saying, okay, I
Hmm.
don't know what happened with Bootsy, but anybody, if you gonna do that, you need to be able to talk to the man who can do it. You
Yeah,
can't talk to the
Yeah.
people around them because they beat people out their money every day like that.
yeah. That's what I said. That's lobby.
That,
That's
that, that
lobbyists.
yeah, that's like these women. These women, Chris Brown. These women want to go to the hotel. Yeah, he right there in 14. Can you get me up there? Hold up. Okay, well, hold up. We got to stop by 307 first. And they smashed the women. And then the women said, I thought you said Chris Brown was going to come down here. Yeah, I don't know what's taking them so long.
Yeah,
An hour later, where Chris Brown at? Man, I don't know. Look like he probably sleep.
he done gone.
yeah, yeah, that's what I'm saying. And then,
Crazy.
and she could do whatever she want to do or whatever, go after the guy, whatever. That's on her. But I'm saying you never do that with the people. You got to do that with that person. Like, so if you're trying to get a pardon, he should have been talking to Trump or Don Jr., somebody like that.
Yeah. But that would have been too close. You know what I'm saying? That would have been too close. Too close. Easy to tie back. Could you imagine if Boosie said, "Nah, I spoke to Don Jr." He said that
Well,
he had,
but see
what I'm saying?
the
Obviously
point.
you got your daddy ear, you was son,
Yeah,
that'd be
but
crazy.
Jr. That's the whole point. We know he couldn't say that about them guys because them guys don't have no reason to take his little $600,000.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
They would have been it would have been too easy for them to be like, nah, that's not true. Even if it was true, even if he did speak to him, directly or indirectly. But yeah, it's crazy, man. They fleeced him out of that 600K. He's suing, but he's not
yeah,
gonna see that money
yeah.
I
go.
don't
You
know.
ain't
I'm just
getting that
saying.
back.
That
I
money
don't know.
gone.
You can do that. I don't know if you can sue somebody.
Yeah,
You
that
That's
sue a
money
like
damn.
gone.
suing. Yeah, that's like suing somebody for bad dope. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that money long gone,
Yeah,
man.
that's a lot
You
of
can't,
money to
you
give
can't,
away like that, man. That can
that's
change somebody's
yeah,
life. 600K these
trying
days.
to pay for a presidential pardon.
Yeah, that's illegal.
is illegal. To say
Yeah,
you're gonna sue for it is the equivalent of trying to sue the man at the trap house who sold you some bad dope or
yeah.
sold you some baby powder and you thought it was real and you won't yet. That's ridiculous.
And I remember vividly going back to the R. Kelly and thing. Did I think if Diddy had got like 10 years plus, Trump would pardon him, but he only got them little 3 4 years. So Trump looking at it, well, he gonna be out in a year. He can sit down for a little year. But that 30, well, that 25 or 30 they gave Kales, that's a little bit more reasonable in my opinion.
Yeah.
And I'll never
Yeah.
forget, even when like we talk about like popularity, even when them damn when them Netflix documentary was coming out, the sister was going, they say R. Kelly had like a 500% spike in his music. I remember Jada and Pink and all them, they was making little skits talking about nobody don't care about black girls and all that. So it's like a half and half thing with the women with Kale. So he gonna they gonna it's gonna break even with the voters. You're gonna get a lot of more men to go out there, but it's women, it's gonna be like half and half. A lot of people gonna like it, and a lot of
Those
people ain't not.
yeah, uh-huh. And look, I don't know about no Jada Pickett and um
No,
I
they was
don't know
talking about the
about
response. I'm talking about the
yeah.
response when his music went up after the documentary came out.
I'm
The spike, he had like a
I
500% spike
I
in
don't know
sales.
about Jada Pickett saying nobody cares about black girls because um that stuff that the stuff they're talking about with R. Kelly,
Yeah,
whether they like it or not, that's shit going on right now.
exactly.
So that's what I'm saying. It's ridiculous to even make a statement like, what are you talking about? You can go, you just go to these shows. When last time you been to one of these rap shows?
Oh, you can look them up on video. They get nasty. Shit, that's damn
Man,
near
them
like a
dudes
damn
have
Uncle Luke. Yeah,
yeah, them women run behind that truck with them dudes, man. The women,
yeah,
look,
yeah,
man, should they do it? Who's saying they should? But
exactly.
that's ridiculous. That's absurd to say what he's saying. I mean, for
Yeah,
what she's trying to say. Plus, Jada Pickett, you could make a suggestion. She don't care about
exactly.
black girls because the way she did that man while he was married.
Yeah.
You could say, well, hell, this man was with someone. You came in there and took him.
Mm.
These people, man, it's just crazy, bro.
It's a bunch of fake outrage. Just want to be mad for no reason. They need something to be mad at.
Yeah,
Okay.
and we got to understand the political process, man. I think black people we don't understand politics. We don't understand. It's a lot of moving levers. It's not as simple as you think. You ain't never getting out. Well, you know what? His people say he got a shot.
Yeah, he do got a shot.
Yeah, and what they gonna do? Leave him in? If you were stuck in there? He wants to get out.
What state he in? What state prison he? You don't know? You anybody know?
I don't know. I don't know what Kelly is.
Oh yeah, I don't know. That's the thing. It's been so long. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
This was a few years ago. We'd probably been able to. Oh yeah, he had such and such. But it's just so much time in between. That's why I'm just like, I don't think it's gonna grow no legs, man.
yeah,
I mean, I think they're gonna look at it. They're gonna run the numbers to see, okay, yeah, if we were to do this, what the numbers look like, and is the juice worth the squeeze? They're gonna be like, nah, it ain't gonna catch no traction.
yeah.
Well, first of all, if I was Donald Trump's campaign manager right now, you got to break that stuff down, man.
Yeah,
You got
they
to
run
break
them
it down.
numbers for sure.
Yeah, and I'm saying it's very possible he'll get new votes. I know, oh man, the people who would vote for Donald Trump for letting out men with those type of criminal, he just did
Yeah,
it.
he just did it. Yeah.
Yeah,
Even even that little Mexican looking cross dressing dude who had some. Yeah, he got him out like 6 months ago. Yeah, he do all the time, all the time. All his criminal buddies, they out. He don't give a
Yeah, so
damn.
he did it. So that's why you got to we do need to do what's right and stuff, but this is still a free. You got to be careful. This is a free country. This is not a Christian country. It's not a Muslim country. It is a free country. So because you a Christian, that don't mean the next man is. So you have to be careful with that.
Yeah, but then he got away a long time without getting going to jail. All them dust, all that stuff he got on his damn jacket. Shit, I'm surprised they didn't give him 20 plus, but he did good with that little few years he got. So, and
Man,
he might get,
Diddy out here making moves. He just sold one of his houses for
yeah,
50 some $million. He, you know what I'm saying? Trying to
yeah.
recoup some of the money
But,
that got
but
tied up during these court cases.
hold up. Tell me this though. No, I'm serious. I'm serious. I am very serious. Jim Beam says Trump ain't going to pardon these perverted scumbags. Well, is he leaving out Trump's own history?
On people, yeah.
Exactly. Must be a white dude. These
Yeah,
people,
yeah, yeah.
they're pathological. Don't pay them no attention.
Okay,
His
you got
own known
Trump.
associates.
Yeah, you got Trump, Jeremy Epstein. You got all of that allegations. He's always with this guy. Yes, that's a yes, right? Then you
Mhm.
got this his conviction of this woman, somebody a dressing room that that tried to get the Supreme Court overturned. They said no, he got to pay her. He was
Yeah.
found guilty. You're sitting up here saying he's not going to pardon these perverted scum. He's one of them.
One of them.
And he paid a woman like 12 million a couple years ago too. He done did that like 4 or 5 times.
Hell, just recently he
Yeah,
moved
eight.
what they moved Ghislaine Maxwell from maximum security to a low level security prison. Just off
Yeah,
the muscle of you're not gonna say nothing. All right, then we'll move you somewhere else.
yeah.
We won't keep you at maximum security anymore. We'll move you to where you got more freedom. Just off the muscle of her saying, I'm not gonna say nothing.
Shit, if I was
Come
her, I
Oh,
would
I
have
on,
been
forgot
man.
about
talking.
that. Yeah, that
Yeah.
woman was found guilty
Yeah,
of
Todd
she got.
Blanche
doing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she
was
got 20. They gave her
overtime.
25. They gave
yeah,
her 25 years.
and he
They
was on
said,
stage talking about she was a good person.
yeah, nah, she was a great person. She's come on, man. Convicted. She
Mhm.
convicted felon for all of these charges, along with Jeffrey Epstein, and they done moved her from maximum security prison to a low level uh prison. Come on, man. Just off the muscle. Boy, Todd Blanche was sitting at that podium sweating, just well, did you do this under the guise of president of the United States? Well, I mean, we had to go back and look at the evidence. What evidence you had to go back and look at? What?
Yeah,
Crazy.
make excuses for
Yeah,
him.
I forgot. See, I had forgot about her. She
Yep.
has been convicted. She's been found guilty of doing what she was accused of. She's serving time. Trump's
Mhm.
moved that woman to a minimum security prison. I
Crazy.
saw she can play with puppies. She can
Mhm.
walk around while she serves her time. And they say Trump's just buying his time to pardon her, and Trump's using her so she don't testify against him. Now, wait a minute. Before something is said, you can say what you want about R. Kelly. I don't care, right? That woman, her charges way worse than R. Kelly. She's found
Way
guilty.
worse.
Yeah,
Yeah, she
Trump,
was.
yeah, chubby with this one. Trump is all cool with this woman. So Trump, look at that. He don't see no big deal with R. Kelly. Plus, he'll get some black votes. He'll pander to the black community. He could bring that up. R. Kelly could bring that up every time I mean, not R. Kelly. Trump can bring that up. His people can go on the CNN. They can go on Abby's show
Hmm.
campaigning how Trump really cares about black men. He really cares about black people. He wants second chances. And they will diss politics. And
Yeah,
they'll do that.
and the only people gonna push back is the sisterhood. Anybody else really gonna care anyway? They're gonna be
Is
up there
is, is
yelling and
Abby,
yeah.
what's her name? Abby Phil, is she sisterhood?
She no she kind of she played both sides because she just did a book about Jesse Jackson. She tried to be I give her credit. She tried to be
Okay. Well,
fair,
that would mean
balanced.
so that
I
would
don't think
mean
she's
no.
sisterhood.
There you go. So that would be no. Yeah, but go
Yeah,
ahead.
she
Go ahead.
not.
Yeah. I don't
But
see her. I don't see her sisterhood.
she does. She'll invite the conservatives, right wing, and
Yeah.
she'll invite the far left and give them an
Well,
even.
she's
Y'all,
you
yeah.
gotta
So
show them.
she not sisterhood.
Oh, man. Who
But
should she invite, man?
all
Hold on,
that.
hold up. Who should invite Oprah and Gail every night?
No, you know they that's ultimate
Yeah.
Where's
sisterhood.
your ratings? She would have had no ratings, so she
Yeah.
got to
You got
Yeah,
you got to have a
on your
show, man.
political
It
show,
got to be
man.
opposition
yeah.
on the show every
Cause
time.
they,
So
cause Gail be a part of that little slick stiff girl. I mean, she been a part of that, interviewing that man and putting that stuff out there. She a part of the sisterhood. That was a nice setup. Try to play dumb like she know what's going on, and That added on to his damn criminal charges. That interview.
How come it's so hard for people, the MAGA crowd, the white, we love Trump? Why is it so hard for them to not see how similar he is to these two men than he is to you, than he is to them? They out here voting for him, standing in the heat, falling out,
Yeah.
walking around with hats and shirts, and he's more similar to them, man, than the way he been living and his money.
Yeah,
Plus,
exactly.
he almost got $1 billion. They don't see that, but they only see race, so they think he white though. You think that's the deciding factor?
They think they just, most of them poor and uneducated, and they think they're part of some elite circle that they're not because they can hit that Republican button. GOP ain't giving them nothing. The same way Democrats don't really do nothing for blacks on a big level like that. So I don't know what it is. That's just the way they are.
Yeah.
They ain't giving them nothing. Because the white man life is steady been declining the last 20 years.
I'm gonna tell you something right now.
Uh-huh.
I don't see no difference. I know you guys ain't gonna like that, but I don't look at this picture. I see 3 of these dudes that run around MTV, celebrity type dudes.
Yeah.
My whole life, that's all. I don't see no white man, black man. I see the same types of people. Not just Jeremy Epstein. I really look at them as all the same.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. They all in the same boat, man. Birds of a feather flock together. That's the saying, huh?
Part of that elite circle. All of them
Yeah.
have been to the top.
Hell, I'm pretty sure if people really do enough research, you can probably find a picture with all 3 of them together at some point.
Yeah,
Not
probably.
AI. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Before AI, you probably find a picture of them all 3 together at some event or something like that. But yeah.
Because once you hit all that 100 million and all, it's impossible for you not to meet these people.
Yeah.
It's
That's true.
kind of impossible.
That is true. Because you're gonna be in the same circle, whether it's whatever event, whether it's MTV Awards or a boxing match or whatever the case may be. Somebody gonna be around, an extravagant party.
Any type of endorsement, any type of deal,
Yep.
they're trying to put people on TV. You're going to bump into these people no matter what. Once you hit a certain financial level.
But Jr. If we slid Joe Biden up there, is he the same?
Yeah, I mean, you can say that. Yeah,
you think Joe? Okay, you think Joe Biden is the same? Wait a minute.
They all got a pass, man. They all got.
But he ain't been convicted or even accused of stuff like that.
But I'm saying not of those such things. But if you asking somebody else, like, okay, well, he took money from Israel. He did this, and he did. They're gonna be like, well, it's all the same. A crime is a crime, right?
No,
a crime against humanity is a crime against humanity.
That you so if Joe Biden's up there, you see them as all the same. What about Obama? Is Obama, if I took off that and Obama's a president and they say we want you to pardon us, Obama, would you say Obama's just as guilty as them, so he should pardon them?
Nah. What I'm still trying to understand, like when people say like, well, Obama this or the disdain that they have for Obama or anything like that. Outside of the man wearing a tan suit in the White House, what else did they have on him?
Nothing. They didn't have nothing.
There's no link to him taking money from Islam Nation. There's no link of him being in cahoots with China to steal votes for an election. There's none of that. None. Only thing they said was he wore a tan suit.
Yeah.
Oh, he wore a tan suit. That's against protocol. A tan suit, or he smoked cigarettes when he was in college. Come on, man.
He did some coke. He said he did a little bit of coke too. But yeah, he had Hillary Clinton doing all this international work, little dirty work behind the scenes. So
so outside of that, it's like, what can they really tie to him? But you there's a clear tie between Joe Biden and Israel, because obviously
no. You're talking about some Israel. I'm talking about the criminal stuff.
I mean, that's what I'm
saying. The accusations of inappropriate contact dealing with women, in some cases underage women. You say if I take this picture down, Joe Biden, it would be no different than R. Kelly and Puff Daddy.
If you're making it specific to that, then there's a distinct difference, right?
Okay, that's all I was saying. If
Yeah.
you, but see, this
If
the
it's
thing.
that, it's a distinct difference for
And when
sure.
I say, and we know Trump is president, but when I say, well, let me put Trump, let's take Joe down and let's put Trump up. You actually, it really, they're not displaying differences.
Yeah.
Trump's just not in jail, but look at what he's been accused of and found guilty of. Look at the allegations with the Epstein files.
He got a long jacket. That's for sure.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So then somebody could say, man, Puff in prison. How come Trump ain't in prison? And then R. Kelly, man, Trump gonna let R. Kelly go. This is what I say.
And
He just like him. I said, well, he just like him. Yeah, so what he let him? I said, he president. Man, that man just like R. Kelly. The way that shit that R. Kelly was doing, what do you think he wasn't doing?
Hey, and didn't Biden pardon his son?
He did.
Yeah, so yeah,
Yeah.
them people gonna look out for their own no matter what policy and the public say. So yeah. And what did he get? What did what's it, Hunter?
Brother, you want to talk about Joe Biden? We talking about R. Kelly.
you
right
brought
here,
him
bro.
up.
Yeah, you brought him
No,
up.
no,
That's
no. I
what
didn't
I'm
bring up no
saying.
damn Hunter Biden. Was Hunter Biden accused?
Yeah, you ain't bring up Hunter Biden.
Hunter
You
Biden
brought up
accused
Joe.
of what we're talking. We're talking about what Hunter Biden is
No,
accused of.
no,
R.
it just came.
Kelly's
It just
not
crossed my mind. That's
Trump's
all.
son.
That's true.
Bro,
You're right.
you are now. Hold up. This guy is a Republican shield. He comes up here all the
Oh,
time. You just some Republican
oh my
Look at
God.
him.
a
Oh
peon
my
for the Republican. Yeah,
God.
I don't go either way, but you come up here all the time campaigning.
Nah,
I'm that
he
Republican
pretty
BS.
even down the line every time I hear him, man.
Name one person. Name one person.
Go
I
ahead,
just brought up.
do business. You should fix your mic.
Call me a shield.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah, just
Did you
making
fix
stuff
your mic?
up.
You a political
I can't.
football now. That's
I can't hear
crazy,
you.
man.
I
Don't do
can't hear you.
him like that, Platt. That's crazy, bro.
You said I got. Oh, I can't hear you. Do business. Anyhow, no, he slipped that attack in. I'm like, man, that's what we talking about. I ain't know he's
Nah.
talking. But
No, because you
no,
brought up
Joe.
Biden. You went
No,
left
I
field.
just brought him up. I said if I replaced him, that's all. I wouldn't talk. I didn't bring him up to talk about him.
Oh, okay, but that's his son, and he pardoned. We talking about pardons and stuff, bringing up different examples. I didn't even know what the crime he got committed was for, so that's why this came
Oh,
across my
okay. Yeah,
mind.
me neither. I could care less.
Yeah,
I don't know nothing about no Hunter Biden.
Yeah, Hunter
I
Biden,
didn't
a
even know.
wild boy, though.
I didn't even know he had a son. I know Fox News did that, but I didn't even know he had a son. So
You knew he had it. You knew he
no,
had
I
a
don't know.
son.
I didn't know
Cut
that.
that out, man.
he
Hey,
doing an interview on Vlad TV. I'm gonna wait till the whole thing drop.
yeah,
So I watch the whole
Hunter
thing.
Biden a wild boy, but yeah, he just got a ruling in his favor for like almost $2 million. From some company for defamation. So he got a little kickback, got a little 2 million kickback. I think it was like
Good.
1.7 or something like that. Hunter Biden got. I forget the name of the company, but yeah, he got a defamation lawsuit in his favor. So
Well, we
they're
might
getting to the
see.
money.
We might see R. Kelly get pardoned, and we
I don't
might
think so.
see a bunch of black people who never vote, period, go out, register, get ready to go and support Trump because they feel like they can identify and understand Trump because Trump reached out to a guy like R. Kelly,
Mm.
and that's the type of guy that they sort of can. Because they feel now, hold up, they feel like they got railroad and got done wrong. So, and they know Obama or a Democrat type would never do that for a guy like that. So, Trump can get him some voters if he does it, man.
Yeah, I mean it's all about votes. At the end of the day, it's
Mhm.
all about votes for him, man. It's about votes and money. That's all he care about, man. He gonna get that money. I was reading an article yesterday from I don't know if any of y'all follow the guys, but they do a podcast, Earn
Earn
My
your
Leisure.
leisure. Yeah.
Yeah. And so I was like reading like one of the articles that they had wrote and one of the descriptions of one of the podcasts. So I'm just reading through it because I was like, I don't want to watch the podcast Because I watch it, I kind of put it on fast forward on 2 so it can be sped up because they be so long. But I
Yeah.
like reading, the breakdown of the podcast. They said close to 4,000 transactions. Close to 4,000 transactions Trump has made since this term in trade in the stock market. I said, man, he getting to the money, man.
Yeah.
He getting to the money.
Well, he been doing that. He know how to, all of them,
During apparently during the first term, he didn't do it. It was like 50 transactions in the first term, 4 years, 50. That's it.
yeah,
This term, close to 4,000. I said, man, he making a killing. He don't care if he get a third term or not. He like, I'm gonna get this money, and that's it. Cause he know once he out of office, that's it.
yeah,
You done
that's it.
already ruined the reputation for the ones behind you, man, for your sons, for your daughters. Like they gonna be good in the civilian sector and make deals and all that stuff. But being able to, lead a nation, I don't think nobody ever gonna turn to any one of his sons or Kushner and nobody like that to lead this
Yeah,
country. So they getting all the money they can rake in. It's crazy.
yeah. All of them got them low. All of them, they sit in politics and run their mouths for 5 and 6 years and come in them offices with negative 50,000 and 10 years, they 25, 30 million. Yeah,
I
they
mean, up.
yeah, up.
Golly, man.
They said Lindsey Graham was like one of the poorest politicians. He only had like a net worth of like 1.5 million, but he'd been in office for like 25, 30 years. He's one of
Mm.
the poorest ones.
And able
So
to amass a fortune, probably.
no, yeah, that's all he had was worth 1.5 million. That's half of that's your house.
Yeah.
So he ain't really had no real money like them other like that girl
Hey,
AOC. She got 25 million. And Olan, the little Ethiopian chick from, she worth
Minnesota.
20 million. Yeah,
Yeah.
she worth 20 million. So everybody up there in the tens and fifteens and twenties.
All them people, all them politicians get paid when
They
they
get
Nancy
paid.
get
Yeah,
in.
they
Pelosi,
all
yeah,
get
she
paid.
up there
Yeah.
50 million.
All of
Yeah,
those, and the Republicans are worth way more money.
way they worth way more.
I know, but let's talk about brother. You clearly you got an issue with the Democratic
Here you
Party.
go. Here you go.
I'm talking about
No,
the
you
people
have
who
an
just
issue with the Democratic Party. If AOC Young, a young lady,
yeah, she young.
she won her first. I think the first time she tried, she was a bartender, and
Exactly.
she won the first time she ran. She got the office now. Let that woman live her life.
But
Oh
how,
man, give
but
me that. You making 20 million? You got $20 million. Well,
yeah,
somebody like her.
exactly. But you
Is
get
she
you that
supposed to
certain
not? Was she not supposed to do what everybody else is doing? Isn't
but
that what Trump says?
but the point is you get money fast like that. You got to be doing some type of deals on the side is what I'm
What
saying.
all of them doing that?
Yeah.
They all stop.
Yeah. But even though I mean the Republicans way more. Even the ones like on Fox News that like to report, they up there in the 20 million a year, making easy money, and ain't even in politics. So yeah, they make way more on the Republican side.
Yeah.
Hmm. Now, see, this is what I mean when I say fair. See, you see what I'm saying? He says you literally have three pedos on the screen. See, this is a person when they vote, they just vote. They're not a slave. They're not in a cult. They can understand that. They say, well, this guy, yeah, that's what you're gonna get.
You call Diddy a pedo? I mean, Diddy did that with
Well,
underage
you're
children.
right. He hadn't been convicted of it,
Yeah,
so allegedly,
so
I don't know. Some
Yeah.
people say he has. I don't know.
and they convicted Trump on something like that, but you don't really have no proof with underage
It's
girls. But
called
they
the
said it.
Epstein files. Though you're
Yeah,
right. Right now,
yeah.
no proof. It's also called. What's the lady that you said, Jr. That
Jasmine Maxwell.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. So that she has a lot to
That's
do with
proof.
that.
That's proof right there.
yeah,
That's proof. They said your silence means everything to us.
yeah. You got Kells on tape, so his proof is concrete. He got
Yeah.
concrete proof, but
Okay,
everybody else
you
is,
seen that tape?
no, I haven't. I've never seen it.
Okay,
Yeah.
right answer.
I was
No,
in
I
I was in
haven't.
high school when the
Me
tape
too.
came out. So
Me
it was kind of like it was hard to get to anyway. But
exactly. Yeah, no internet back then, so yeah,
yeah,
that
but
that thing sold out quick.
it was internet, but it was still hard to get access to it. Like how
It was
if
in
a
the
tape
barbecue.
came
No,
out now, you get access. It'd be on Twitter. You know,
No,
them
you
Twitter.
go get a hair. You go get your hair cut.
Yeah. I
It's a
mean, back in the
dude. Yeah,
barbershop and stuff like
yeah,
that, they
yeah.
probably
They had
had, burn
no,
copies
no.
or something like
I
that.
remember. See, I'm not a fan of R. Kelly like that. So, um, his music. Period. I like one or two songs. So the dude came in. He said, "Hey, man, I got that Kelly." I said, "What? Got that Kelly tape, man?"
Oh, no,
And I
thank
said,
you.
"Oh, yeah." I was like, "What? What? So what you mean?" He said, "Man, you need to check it out, man. Shit." I said, "I don't really like
No, thank
R.
you.
Kelly." So,
That's a quick shutdown. No, thank you. Nah, I'm good on this side, boss.
Yeah, I
No, thank
remember when that happened. I remember like on they were showing like little people like doing little interviews, and that dudes in New York, like in Harlem, they had the tape. They had the little tables outside with the little tapes and all that. Just slanging them things. But yeah, I never seen it in no barbershop though.
you. Yeah,
Like I said, people talk about it.
I never seen it in the barbershop. And the crazy thing is, I remember like in high school, they was like people was passing around, but it was like on a thumb drive. Like this, you know what I'm saying? Before it was
mhm.
on a CD, and it is like, oh, now I got on a thumb drive. I burned it off of, some random pirate base site or something like that. But yeah, I was in high school at the time, so I was like, yeah, I'm not that interested in seeing it. But man, the pattern of behavior, that's what got R. Kelly caught up, man. Pattern of behavior. You couldn't shake it. Couldn't
Yeah.
shake it, man. Pattern of behavior. You
And,
know?
and and the little clips they did show, like the video looked so blurry, like you couldn't really see nothing
Yeah.
anyway. You just
Thought
see
you
like two
said you
people.
didn't see it, brother.
I'm just talking on TV when they were showing like the little, you know how they be showing
Like
like
little
little
Oh,
clips
clips.
on
hold
TV,
on. Listen to what
and
you
they
just
got.
said. Did you listen?
Listen, you
Did
gotta
you
let
hear
me
what you
finish
just said,
talking.
brother? You ain't listening to what you saying.
Hold on.
MTV played the video like
Hey,
they play
y'all
like
done
look.
blur it out.
What I'm saying on the part that didn't blur out, you can barely see the background. You just see like a man and like a woman,
They
but you
got to,
couldn't really.
that is illegal, and you probably can
That's what I'm
find it
saying.
on Google if you're looking for. But what I'm saying is they have to blur that type of material out.
I'm
Yeah.
not talking about the blur with the chest and the private parts. I'm talking about everything around that
But
that's
they
not
shouldn't even
blurred
be
out.
showing that anyhow. Period. If it's that
Yeah,
part, there's other parts. They can show other parts that don't reveal that. But brother, look, it's just a
yeah.
some homemade tape that I think is some security guard got mad. They had a falling out, and the
Mm,
security guard took them tapes. He had DVDs. He took them DVDs with him, and it was over some money. And R. Kelly didn't want to pay him, so
mm.
because he didn't want to pay him, he dumped them. Went out there, probably dumped them somewhere, and then all of the bootleggers got them, and it just grew. It just
Yeah,
flew all over the country. So and whatever, and then later on, I saw him with Gail King. 10 years later, he's sitting up there talking to Gail, and then
that's
them
more than 10 years.
prosecutors filed charges on him, and look, he's in jail right now. And
And
a lot of black people thought it was a setup. They thought that it was wrong
it
because they
came
don't
back to
think
get him
they
like
don't think he
OJ.
did. Yeah, they don't think he did nothing wrong,
Yeah. Yeah.
and that is why the black community, if he pardoned R. Kelly, whether you like it or not, Trump would see interest in him, and he would get a lot of new voters, a lot of new black voters. He would get them because they don't feel like the party represents them. Either party represents them.
Yeah. Yeah.
I know three brothers right now who would go and get their paperwork, all the stuff, passport, all of that, and they'll be down there standing in that line, man, to pull the lever for Donald Trump, and they'll tell me to my face. They'll go off on me and say, "Hey, man, this dude right here ain't nobody." My uncle got railroaded and mistreated. Uh, nobody cared about him. Trump, he cared about black people, so I'm voting for Trump.
Man, they crazy in the head thinking that. Crazy.
That- you
If
say,
they, if, they, if they think that, man, they crazy, man. That man care about one thing. He care about himself and the small circle of people around him. You don't
Well, like
"Mm,
most of them do.
if you think he care about you, the individual, or the community as a collective, man, please.
Mm.
Please. he out here peddling watches and Bibles and shoes and pens, and now they about to collective coins. He putting his name on $100 bill. That you what? Come on, man.
He's a
He don't
narcissist.
care about nobody but himself and the small people around. Barron might get a little bit of love because that's his last son. You know what I'm saying? His last offspring. The rest of them, he could care less, man. Could care less. And I honestly think, like before, when he first got in the term, and they, in this second term, and it was a big hoopla about, well, now we're gonna try to look at getting him a third term, and we're gonna try to rewrite the Constitution and all of this stuff, da 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 da. And then, I kind of leaned into it a little bit. I was like, man, that's crazy. Like, he really trying to do this, da 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 da. But then I thought about it. I said, you know what? I don't really see his offspring around like I did during the first term. Because that would be more so like, let me put my offspring in front, Don Jr., the other son. You hear Kushner name every once in a while, and his daughter, to kind of put them in the forefront to say, we can keep this legacy going. It don't have to be me. It could be one of these, three people that could be next to lead the country. You don't really see them during this term. Everybody kind of fell back. You don't really see him like that. So I'm like, now I don't think he worried about no third term. I think he just worried about, we need to get these billions and the bees. We need to get these
Well, they
billions
got
up.
they got,
And
but they got
and
plenty of money.
yeah, and once we get these billions, because that's all you need. As long as you got enough money, you can make things happen. And I think
Yeah,
that's
but
what
Jr.
that's
I
the
really
thing they're
don't
going
think.
with.
I think Trump he's in his 80s or whatever. If he's not, he's 79.
Yeah, 79, turn 80
Yeah.
this year.
Okay, he's 80. I think
Oh no,
Trump.
80 next year, or something like that.
Okay, 79 this year. I think Trump wants the power. I think that the money he's already had Trump's had all of that stuff you can have. Um, now
His
it's
whole
just
life. Yeah.
yeah. Now he's an older man, and he's like that old guy, 85 years old, could have retired 15 years ago, but he likes to come to work. He likes to be in charge of his company. He likes all of that. And that's the way Trump is. Trump don't want to go home and just hang out and just play golf and date supermodels and uh uh he don't want to do that.
Yeah.
And I really do think that he cares about America though. I really do think he cares about preserving America and what it stands for. I really do think that.
I
I
don't
don't. If that, I don't know. You get to the January 6th, we go against that.
Yeah, I really do. I mean, American ideals and the Constitution. I
I
really
don't
do think he
Well,
cares.
when he refused to accept the election results, that conflicted with everything we believe in.
Yep.
Yeah,
So he
yeah,
can't really care about America.
yeah. A lot of people were saying that. I noticed. Oh man, Trump was winning. Everybody went to sleep. Joe Biden edged. It took 3 days, and I know they had the mail-in ballots and all that, but that was a whole conspiracy. So
Yeah, and you know what? And you need to stop believing conspiracies, brother.
I'm just saying what was being said. That
But
people in the
okay,
general
my fault.
public, the
Yeah, but
people who
no, yeah,
voted.
but this conspiracy, I guess it's the age of the internet. Um, bro,
I didn't say I believed it.
that stuff was on some random
Uh-huh.
website somewhere,
No,
or some forum, or you heard rumors, growing up, some conspiracy. But that stuff, what's that National Enquirer type stuff? Nobody looked at that thing, that paper, as it was just a big scandalous magazine full of lies. And if you actually believe that, they looked at you as a lunatic.
yeah. Um,
Man, you can't believe this stuff, man. That's the same thing with Alex Jones. I couldn't believe. I said, wait a minute, wait. You listen to Alex Jones?
yeah, I
And then
never took him
that told me
seriously.
everything I needed to know after that. I said, okay, I got you.
Yeah.
Platinum cold, man.
I
No,
just
let's
learned
go
about
back
that
to.
guy like 2017, 20. I said, y'all listen to this guy? This
Mhm.
guy's a real. This guy's a lunatic. He got little allegations on him too. I mean, that guy was
Yeah, I don't
insane.
know his. I didn't even
Yeah.
know that. I didn't even know that. I don't know that about his personal.
The first time I heard him when Beyonce did the Super Bowl, right? He talking about um.
Don't repeat nothing that's controversial
No, I'm
now.
saying when you had them officers getting unalive. Oh, the dudes was unalive in officers, and they was singing Beyonce songs while they was doing it. 'Cause she had the Black Power, Black Panther
Mhm.
theme.
Mhm.
I
Mhm.
said, man, this dude who listens to somebody like this?
Yeah, that is. You're right. I didn't know he did that. That's terrible.
I said, what the hell? Listening to Beyonce songs while they
Mhm.
do it.
Or how would he know?
That's insane. I said, man, if you don't get out here,
Brother, are you
hmm?
even listening to me?
You said, how did he know what?
How would he know what they're doing? Why they're
I
doing that?
I don't
Because
know, because they
that's
try
what
to
I'm
just
saying.
put
Well,
things
don't repeat
together.
it again, brother. Um, he can say whatever he wants to say though. But before Alex Jones, you got to go back. They had I don't know. He's probably out shortwave, and now you're getting into Timothy McVeigh. Wasn't no internet doing Timothy McVeigh. He used to listen to some guy, William Pierce, on shortwave radio. You had to have a special radio to do that. It was like a survivalist channel in case of nuclear war and stuff like that. You can wind it up with a handle, and you had certain waves. And I don't even know if they were even controlled by the FCC. It was just communication lines. And these a lot of people, not just him, a lot of people put up these off the beaten path information shows. And they were saying that the William now they bought him in and all that, but he said he didn't do that. He didn't have no influence. He said he talked to him a couple times. He never said why what they talked about. And now you got the internet now, and you got all of these people, man, finding these off the
Fall.
beaten path podcasters, and they're following and they're listening to them. And yeah, it's crazy, but there are
But
people out there, man.
yeah, but these guys on the internet now they try to hide that stuff behind being intellectualism. That's what they try to do. They try to like disguise it.
Well, they say it if they give the message out appropriately, it's the right message. Well, that's called life. There's
Yeah,
nothing wrong with disagreeing with people. You look at Ben Shapiro. I don't agree with him on just about nothing he says,
yeah,
but he knows how to communicate, and that's yeah, he can communicate. He's better than a some guy on some short wave radio.
yeah. My old man was a fireman, and he had like a little radio like that. It was like they had little channels that only like first responders could listen to.
Uh
They
huh.
used to pick up all type of little. He used to let it play. We used to be like little boys. It's back in the '90s. Little radio, you just turn it on. People be saying all kind of stuff. They'd be all type of places. So I know what you're talking about. Like a special radio they
Yeah.
use just for them.
Yeah.
They
Well,
would
I
pick
don't know
up.
what they did. I think they went. They shut a lot of them guys down. The FBI, whatever they went into. After that, Timothy McVeigh, because they said they saw that they had a problem.
Yeah, that's just
Because I
white
think
nationalism right there.
yep, his book, The Turner Diaries, you had to have a specialty. I think you couldn't get it in most sellers. It was like once again they had a bookstore that had all of those forbiddens and stuff like that you could buy stuff like that from different topics, etc. And that's when you get into what the just all types of stuff. And this is before the internet. Now we're in the age of the internet, and people are finding out these things exist. So Trump and R. Kelly, I wouldn't be surprised if we woke up a week from now, 2 weeks from now. Also, Jr., you were right. They didn't fire. They didn't fire Mike Vrabel. They didn't fire him.
That guy told you.
You did. You told me that. I said they're gonna get rid of him. You said no, they
No,
ain't.
they not.
He survived it. That's crazy, man. I ain't seen him. They said he'll go to now. They training camp started. We'll see if they bring it up. But
Oh, it's gonna be brought up. It's going to be brought up, even if it's not, like disdain towards like him. Apparently, old chick he was messing with, she wasn't very well liked or respected in the community, in their little journalistic community. So they may just bring her name up just to spite him. So now at some point throughout the season, her name will be brought to the forefront in front of him. Now that's up to the team. What Robert Kraft gonna do? Are they gonna ban reporters from asking questions like that, or stuff like that? But yeah, more stuff started coming out about her, and the way she would name drop other coaches' names and talk about players, and I mean all of that stuff just started coming out, man. It was an open book on her, and they know that may be a way to get to him by bringing up her name. Shit. Look, if I was a journalist trying to make a name for myself, I'll do it. I'll fire off a few questions. Even if he don't answer them, I'll still fire him off. Put him in the hot seat. He'd be at the podium squirming. But
mhm,
yeah, I told you they weren't gonna fire him, man. They gonna keep him around.
they certainly did, man.
Crazy though.
Yeah, I would have fired him.
Yep. Or at least some type of suspension or something, but yep.
We
Nothing.
are we're a month, well, 2 months from the start, but another football season, bro. America really is on autopilot.
Yeah.
The money they make, just the things that happen, it's going to happen. The big wheel keeps right on turning, bro. And you look at the Trump, a guy like Trump, a president don't normally behave the way he's behaving. And like I said, too big. We're gonna spend 2 billion a day over there in Iran. We got every day we over there. We just spending this money. Somebody said Trump trying to bankrupt America because he gonna declare that March. See, he want to get out of them elections, and he done got old now. And as an old man, he don't want to go home. He done did all of that. He done had the babies, been married what 5 times.
Yep.
He owned his own private jet all over the world. Now he wants to be that distinguished businessman because he was talking about the guy for Home Depot, and that guy is old, and he still is doing his job. He built it, and he could let somebody else take over. He could go and watch TV and eat applesauce and go to sleep at 6 o'clock. He don't want to do that. He wants to continue to run his business. So that's what's driving a lot of this stuff from Trump.
Yeah. I mean, he damn sure doing enough renovations in the White House to make it seem like, yeah, I ain't trying to go nowhere. Y'all see all these gold accents I put around here in the Oval Office, and
Hmm.
we got the what was it, the East Wing or the West Wing tore down from a ballroom, and man, he ain't trying to go nowhere, man. He trying to see it through.
Yeah,
It's crazy, man.
yeah. I saw something on Twitter. A guy was saying Trump talking about charge them people with that reflective pool.
Oh man.
No, they were talking about somebody. I don't know. They say trying to charge people. They said, "Well, if you look to the east wing of the White House, where he done destroyed that whole fixture." And they said,
Yeah,
"What about what about that?" They said, "Well, look what you did to the White House, right?"
for real. They need to cut that out, man. Cut that out, man. He tore that White House apart.
But those things go on, man. Life goes on, man. And Donald Trump, man. And you got the MAGA people, man. They love him. They love him. They look at Trump. Trump could do no wrong. And to me, I felt like last night was red meat the red meat for him, and to try because he's trying to win them back. So, but we can't we're not headed in the right direction, man.
Yeah. I mean, he seemed, it was just off, man. I couldn't sit through all of it. It was just off, man. I told myself I may go back just to, uh, so I can have a proper critique or response to, things if it comes across. But I was just like, yeah, I can't sit through this, man. I just turned it off. Went on by my rest of my night. Uh, he was a little bit all over the place, man. Almost like he was telling on himself. Oh yeah, and this happened, and I'm thinking, I'm like, okay, so that happened during your term? Like you were the president when this happened? Okay, well, so you telling on yourself? I didn't understand where he was coming from with that, but I don't know. It was important enough that he felt the American people should know. So,
Yeah, the networks, two of them didn't carry it, and Fox News said it was real. Sean Hannity said it's a real big deal, and we need to stand by because the information's coming.
yeah,
So, so which is really what state TV now.
yeah,
But
man.
that
These people crazy, man.
it looks like it, man. And you're gonna have to add Diddy to it. You're gonna have to get them votes and let them out. And the community, there has to be criticism. No, no, no. She said Trump's already said he's not giving them pardons. He hadn't said that. He hadn't said that. Trump said the Diddy thing. He said, you saying he said no. He said like, well, we'll see. He ain't say he wasn't gonna do it. R. Kelly, he hadn't spoke on no R. Kelly.
Yeah. It was more so. I think for the Diddy thing, it was like, well, there's a lot of things that you have to look into, and he didn't flat out say no. He just kind of danced around the question a little bit. He definitely left it open to interpretation for people to read more into it, or just pass it off like, okay, he's not really giving it any thought, or you can look at it, but like, well, he ain't say no, so let's let's use the word salad and try to break down every word that he said but I don't know, man. It's
I'm
that
gonna
got
see, but she's a Trump. Hold up, Miss Terry. Miss Terry, you're a Trump supporter. You see what I'm talking about? Look, now she's a Trump supporter. You're a Trump supporter. You're a Trump supporter. Okay, hold on, here she go. Fair enough, but he's not going to he's going to lose a hell of a load of supporters if he does, and we normal people don't condone it. Are you a Trump supporter? Are you a Trump supporter? I don't vote, period. Yeah, because Terry, what's the difference between these people up here? You're saying that those men are bad, Diddy and Kelly. What about Trump? You don't think Trump's bad? You think Trump's a good guy? Do you think Trump's a good guy? Now, if you don't think he's a good guy, why are you surprised that he probably would let Kelly out? If you do think he's a good guy, how's he a good guy? He's really no different than R. Kelly. Or you don't want to accept reality. I get it. You don't want to live in the real world. I get you. I follow you. Yeah, they giving Trump a pass. You see that? Thank you, Earl. They want to give Trump a pass. You see that? They want to just ignore what Trump's done. I've read the entire Epstein file. There's no implication of anything. None of them are good because they are all full of agendas. I don't know. You read the whole thing. Well, anyhow, all right, man. I mean, whatever. Whatever. I'm just saying, hey, you don't have to like any of them. You don't have to ever vote. But don't tell me there's a difference between R. Kelly and Donald Trump. Just you can't. You that's insane. It's not a difference between them. Whatever you want to think, there was the difference. The difference is them they one through two of them in jail, and Trump's not. Trump's a president though. If R. Kelly could have became president, he probably wouldn't be in jail. Ghislaine Maxwell, one of his concierges, Epstein's right hand, he's doing all types of things to protect her, let her times be a little bit more pleasant. Also, getting her not to testify and indict him. So how you gonna say he's a good guy? You can't say that. You can't say that. That's all, man. But we live in a world that is just, they see the sins of R. Kelly and the sins of a Puff Daddy. They don't see Trump's sins. They forgive Trump for his sins. They look the other way for Trump. And you say, well, what's the difference? He's got way more in common with those rich men. Those rich men, when they were young and when they had Hollywood in their hands, they did all types of inappropriate things. And we're finding it out now. But not Trump. Why not Trump? Why not? You don't see the sins in Trump. Why? Why? She said, I said he won't pardon them because hell breaks loose with his supporters over it. Is he guilty? Is Trump guilty? Terry Cohen, is Trump guilty of anything? Is his actions and behavior similar to R. Kelly? Yes or no? And would you say that he's done things like R. Kelly has been found guilty or accused of doing? They say he mentioned pardoning Maxwell.
Yep. Now that he did mention.
Yeah,
Yeah, we have to look. I mean, she's a really good person. We got to look into what?
she said they're not similar.
Man,
Okay, that's
they
fine.
identical twins.
Damn, it said that's crazy, man. You don't no, and it's nothing against the person, the individual in the chat box. They got a right to think anything they want to think, but I'm just saying this is the country we live in. The world will never see his sins, but they'll see your sins. Both of you guys are sinners, but they don't see his sins. They see yours, only yours, and they don't want to see his. That's crazy, man. When you think about it, that's like two dudes commit a crime and they're only concerned about your participation. The other guy, they want to work with him. We're gonna give him a second chance. But we're gonna punish you. That's crazy, man. But this is the world you live in, brother. This ain't some made up world. This is the world you live in. And this is how the world's gonna see you. Just like when you see a R. Kelly and a P. Diddy, and I'm not saying for that, I'm saying guilty of something you've done in the past, they're gonna remember your stuff. They ain't gonna remember the other guy's stuff. They're not gonna remember it. And clearly they didn't remember it because look at Trump. He's president now. Trump is president. If R. Kelly could have became president, he wouldn't be in no jail doing no 31 years. He said Trump is smarter than that. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, and Trump's older than them. Would you say it's some racism in this situation, Jr.?
Absolutely.
Is racism is that significant where if your next door neighbor is if all three of these guys are the same, the only time you have a problem is if your next door neighbor is black. If you got your kids in the house and you don't want your kids, uh, if it's possible, you don't want them living next door to someone with any type of sexual convictions. If a white guy and you white, he moves next door to you, do you suspend that and say, well, he was going through something, but he's recovered?
Nope. You look at them all the same.
You know what? I think the people who've learned to do that, Jr., is black people. I think we really do that.
Yep. Man, I don't want you around. I don't want you in my neighborhood. I don't want you around anybody's kids, let alone my kids.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. But that's where we at, man. That's the current state of the country, play.
And you got what you wanted. He said, Isaac says, why is Biden not up there? There you go. Put Joe Biden up there.
Put Joe up there.
And it also is a show you that your power, it ain't your money. When you have power, your power can protect you. Trump has power. He wields power now. R. Kelly, R. Kelly don't have no power, and I'm not even sure he has any money. But we know Puff Daddy got money. He ain't got no power. And he got to finish his time. And what we gonna do, man? We gonna go ahead and shut this down, man. We gonna go ahead and shut this down. We had to put this out.
All right, Platt.
I wish Miss Cohen would come up, man, and express herself. She ain't gonna do it though. Let me see. You drop that. Well, people don't even know. They don't know StreamYards. We'll give her a chance. I think she actually agrees with us. I wish people would stop letting these politics confuse them. You know what I mean? Because the politician will say vote. You can hit the link, Ms. Cohen. The politician will say vote blue no matter who, or only vote for the Republican. But why not just take a look at the person? Why not do it that way? But they're not gonna do that, man. I got you. I got you. I got you. We're gonna let you have the last word. There you go. We're gonna have to get back, JR. We gotta get back. I'm ready to get out of here.
All right, Platt.
All right, man. Like the stream, man. Subscribe to the channel. Support the platform, man. And we out.